Hello everyone, how are you guys doing tonight? It is August 20th, 2026. I wanted to come here tonight to have a chat. Just fix this. All right. So I wanted to come on here tonight to have a chat about Virgo. So we're going to go to Virgo season. We're going to go into Virgo season this Sunday, which will be August 23rd. I'm going to do a live stream probably on Sunday. If not, definitely Monday. I'm going to do like a tarot reading, oracle reading, all of that. It's going to be a live stream, especially for you, Virgo. But tonight, I just want to talk about the Virgo zodiac itself, and I also want to talk about Virgo as far as the meaning of the Hermit card, which is the card that carries Virgo energy. I'm going to show the card in the live stream so you guys can see it, and I will talk more about that. Virgo is also represented by the Magician card, but the Hermit card is basically the main card. All right. So I'm really going to talk about the Hermit card itself. All right. So when it comes to Virgo and what Virgo actually represents in astrology, Virgo is symbolized by the Maiden. And I just said the Hermit is the Virgo tarot card. And I personally believe Virgo is one of the most misunderstood signs of the zodiac. When most people hear the word Virgo, the zodiac sign of Virgo, sometimes they tend to think of someone who is critical, someone who is picky, someone who is judgmental, someone who can be organized, someone who can be obsessed with their own perfection or the perfection of others. Now, those qualities can sometimes appear in Virgo energy. Now, I'm not saying all of Virgos are like this, but this is qualities and traits that Virgo is most known for, okay? But there is much deeper meaning behind the sign of Virgo. Now, Virgo is an earth sign, so it's energy, it's practical, it's grounded. Virgo is connected to the everyday parts of our lives. Our work, our health, our routines, our habits, our responsibilities, and the way that we take care of ourselves and also take care of other people. Now, Virgo is a type of zodiac that Virgo is not just interested in talking about an idea. Virgo wants to know how that idea can actually be used. How can I take this information and turn it into something helpful? How can I make this situation better? How can I create order where there is confusion? Now, Virgo is a mutable sign. Mutable signs comes towards the end of the season, so they carry the energy of transition and they carry the energy of change. Virgo can adapt, but it also analyzes what is happening when that transition is going on. Virgo looks at what is already there and asks the question, what is working? What isn't working? What needs to be reorganized? What needs to be improved? And what do we need to leave behind before we enter the next chapter. Now I'm going to talk about the planet of Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication, information, and the mind. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury, but Mercury itself is expressed differently between Gemini and Virgo, okay? Gemini wants to collect information, ask questions, explore different ideas, and communicate what it discovers. Virgo takes that information, studies it, and decides, is this useful or is this not useful? Virgo pays attention to the details. This is why Virgos often tend to notice things that sometimes people miss. A Virgo is able to recognize a certain behavior has changed before you even say anything. A Virgo can remember something you said months ago and notice that your current story or what you're saying now does not match what you said before. So, because Virgos are like this, sometimes people call Virgos judgmental. But in fact, Virgos are very observant. That doesn't mean that their conclusions are always right. It doesn't mean like they're always right about everything. But you got to look at the fact that Virgos do pay closer attention than people realize. Now, I'm going to talk about the Virgo symbol itself in astrology. So Virgo is represented by the Maiden. The Maiden is often shown holding wheat or a bundle of grain. When people hear that Virgo is represented by the Virgin or the Maiden, sometimes they may take that in a sexual way, but that's not the true spiritual or astrological meaning of the Maiden, okay? The Maiden represents a woman who is wholesome within herself. She belongs to herself. She can think for herself. She can make her own decisions. She uses her own discernment. Her identity does not depend whether she belongs to another person. The wheat she carries represents the harvest. Virgo season arrives during the time of the harvest, when people gather what has grown and separate what is useful from what needs to be discarded. That is exactly what Virgo energy does. It sorts through everything. It separates what is healthy from what is unhealthy, what is necessary from what is not necessary, and what can move forward from what needs to be left behind. This is why discernment is such an important part of Virgo energy. Virgo reminds us that everything cannot come with us into our next chapter. Sometimes we have to look honestly at our habits, our relationships, our responsibilities, and even our own way of thinking. The patterns that we have and how we think and how we look at things. We have to decide what is helping us to grow and what is quietly keeping us stuck. Now, I'm going to talk about tarot. Now, Virgo is traditionally represented by the Hermit, and I did show that at the beginning of the live stream. I'm going to show the Hermit card again. Now, when people see the Hermit, they sometimes think the card only represents loneliness, isolation, or being abandoned. But the Hermit is not necessarily alone because nobody wants him around. The Hermit chooses to step away from outside noise and distractions because he is searching for something deeper. He needs enough silence to hear his own thoughts and connect with his inner wisdom. That is where the Hermit connects with the zodiac sign of Virgo. Now, I did say before Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So Virgo energy can spend a lot of time thinking, studying, analyzing, and trying to understand everything. But the Hermit reminds Virgo that every answer cannot be found through overthinking or asking other people for their opinions. Sometimes there is a need to become quiet. Sometimes you have to pull your energy back and look within yourself for the answer. If you look at the Hermit card, you'll see that he is in fact holding a ladder. Not in this particular deck, but the original Rider-Waite, he's holding the ladder. But you guys get what I mean. So the ladder does not light up the entire road ahead of him. It only gives him enough light to see his next few steps. I think that is very important for Virgo energy, because Virgo can become so focused on the details that it wants to understand the entire plan before taking the first step. And life does not work that way. Sometimes you're not going to receive the entire plan. Sometimes you will only receive enough information to make your next decision. You have to trust that another part of the path will become visible once you begin moving. The light inside the ladder also represents wisdom. The Hermit has gained knowledge through his experiences, and now he can carry that wisdom with him. His light can eventually help guide other people. That also reminds me of Virgo, because Virgo energy naturally wants to be useful. Virgo energy wants to help. Virgo energy wants to offer advice, solve a problem, or perhaps show somebody a better way of doing something, or even a better way of thinking something. Now, Virgos may not always express love through big emotional speeches, or they're not really the lovey-dovey type. They often show love through their actions. A Virgo can remember something you need, help you complete a task. Virgo can give you advice, take care of a certain responsibility that you may need help on, or notice a problem and try to fix it before you can even ask. Acts of service can be very strong love language for Virgo energy. But there is also a shadow side to that, okay? And this is what I mean when I say shadow side. Sometimes Virgo can start believing that it knows what is best for everyone. Helpful advice can begin to sound like criticism to other people. Wanting to improve a situation can become controlling or seem controlling to others. A Virgo may focus so heavily on what is wrong, what needs to be corrected, that he or she forgets to acknowledge everything that is already right, because they're too busy looking at what's wrong. Sometimes Virgo doesn't realize how critical they sound, because the same critical voice is also inside their own mind. Virgos can be extremely hard on themselves. They may question their decisions, replay their mistakes, or believe they should have handled something better. They can set standards for themselves that they will never expect another person to meet. Virgo energy can also connect its value to productivity. A person with strong Virgo energy may believe he or she always has to be working. He or she always has to be fixing something, helping somebody, or accomplishing a goal in order to feel useful. This person might even feel guilty when they rest. But you do not have to earn the right to rest. Resting doesn't mean that you're lazy or you're being unproductive. Sometimes resting is a part of taking care of your health, your mind, and your spirit. And that goes along with what I said regarding the Hermit card, looking within yourself, taking that quiet time for yourself. This is another lesson Virgo has to learn. Improvement does not require punishment. And being human does not mean that you have failed because you're taking a rest or something. Now, in relationships, Virgos usually need consistency. They're going to pay attention to whether your actions match your words. A person may be able to charm a Virgo in the beginning, but eventually he or she is going to study your patterns. They're going to look at things, What do you consistently do? How do you behave when things become difficult? Can I depend on you? Do you keep your word? And once a Virgo realizes a pattern that they cannot trust, it can be difficult to convince them that the pattern doesn't exist. Virgo is going to remember details, including details other people may have forgotten. Virgos can also be very private, but just because a Virgo is not expressing every emotion does not mean they're not feeling anything. Sometimes the Virgo needs to understand their feelings privately before they can explain them to another person. And that connects us back to the Hermit card that I showed you guys. So a healthy Virgo energy knows when to step up, knows when to reflect and reconnect with itself. But the shadow side of Virgo energy can become too withdrawn. There is a difference between spending time alone because you need clarity and isolating yourself because you're afraid of being vulnerable, you're afraid of making a mistake, or being misunderstood. The lesson of the Hermit is not to disappear from life forever. The purpose of the journey is to discover your inner truth and eventually bring that wisdom back into the world. Healthy Virgo energy is intelligent, dependable, observant, practical, loyal, discerning, humble, and willing to improve. Shadow side energy of Virgo can be judgmental, can be anxious, can be controlling, can be overly critical, emotionally withdrawn, or obsessed with perfection. I feel like we all carry Virgo energy somewhere in our birth charts. You do not have to be a Virgo sun to experience these themes, okay? So during Virgo season, the collective, which is you guys that are listening to me right now, the collective is encouraged to look more closely at everyday life. It is a good time to rebuild our routines, clean, organize our environments, take better care of our health, take a review in our finances, learning to become more responsible with our time and paying attention to the habits we have been avoiding. Now, Virgo season is not asking us to become perfect. It's asking us to become more conscious of what we do, how we think, and what we say. There is a difference between saying, I want to improve my life because I love and respect myself, and you saying, I have to fix everything about myself because I'm not good enough. One mindset creates growth, and the other mindset creates shame and anxiety. As we enter Virgo season, which is coming up this Sunday, August 23rd, think about this. What area of your life needs to be more structured? What habit is no longer helping you? What do you need to clean up and organize? Where do you need to use better discernment? And what are you carrying that cannot come with you into your next chapter? Also think about the Hermit. Do you need to step away from other people's opinions so you can hear your own voice? Are you giving yourself healthy time to reflect? Or are you isolating yourself because you are afraid? Are you waiting to understand the entire path before taking one step? Remember that the ladder that the Hermit carries does not show the Hermit the entire journey. It simply gives the Hermit enough light to continue moving. So sometimes that's all the clarity we are going to receive, and it still can be enough. So you guys let me know what you think about Virgo energy. Let me know if you are a Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. Do you have any Virgo placements in your birth chart? Have you dated a Virgo? Have you married a Virgo? Do you have a family with a Virgo? Friends, siblings, parents, co-workers, etc. Do you feel that Virgos are misunderstood, or do you think their reputation is pretty accurate? And what do you think about the Hermit tarot card representing Virgo? When you look at the card, do you see loneliness? Or do you see someone that has intentionally stepped away to discover his or her own light? All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything I just said regarding Virgos. And I want to say that Virgos, with my own experience, now I'm going to talk. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you for that. I appreciate that comment. Now, I'm going to talk about my own experience when it comes to Virgo. I have 2 sons with a Virgo that I spent 7 years with. I also had 2 other relationships with a Virgo. And at first, when I got into astrology, when I got into doing tarot, I had a huge problem with Virgo overall. Like I hated this zodiac and everything it stood for because of my own bad experiences with Virgos. Before I started making zodiac content, I had a talk with my best friend, who is the one that encouraged me and helped me to start my YouTube channel, to start my journey and everything that I'm doing now. He's a Leo, actually, but he's also carries Virgo. He's a Virgo moon. Having my friend help me for the past 2 years really made me look at things differently. And it made me appreciate the beautiful, grounded energy that Virgo can bring into my life. And also, my friend taught me an important lesson that I needed to learn. And he told me, you got to learn to look at the zodiac itself and not let it affect how you look at the zodiac, how you look at any zodiac, just because of the personal relationships that you have. You have to be able to look at the difference between what goes on in astrology, what goes on in tarot, and what goes on in your personal life. You cannot judge every person this shit because they're Virgo. And I told him, that's a hard thing for me to do, but you're right. My friend also said, every zodiac in astrology, all 12 zodiacs, have good qualities and bad qualities. None of them are perfect. And I know that too, of course. I'm a Gemini. I also feel that my zodiac is very misunderstood. And Gemini and Virgo share the same planet, like I said. We both share Mercury, the planet of communication. But the way we communicate with each other is very different. Very different. But in September, come the first week of September, is going to be about a year that I've been doing the zodiacs on YouTube and in my other social medias that I have. And I have come to learn each zodiac in a different way. And now I understand clearly when it comes to Virgo. I can learn to appreciate the wonderful side of Virgo, and I can also learn to understand the shadow side, the things that, people don't like. And I have to say that I now see the beautiful energy that Virgo has as an earth sign. All the earth signs, actually. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doing what I do, I got a chance to look at things in a way that I didn't before. And I realized that as a Gemini, being an air sign, I had difficulty to really see what it is to feel grounded within myself, in my personal life, and within what I do online. And my friend really helped me out with that. So like I said, I got to really appreciate the beautiful thing about having a Virgo in my life in a very positive way. The quality that Virgo has to be grounded, to have this energy of being stable, to carry this energy of the hermit, look within, search within, take time away from perhaps society itself. It's a quality that I appreciate now that I didn't understand before. Because I feel like we all need that. I feel like, we do, each of us do need that time to look within ourselves and really see, like I mentioned before, like what is working for us, what is not working for us when it comes to everything, our habits, our finances, things that we do on a daily basis, with work, with our family, with our personal relationships, and etc. and etc. Now, I did say before that I'm going to do a live stream for Virgos only. I plan to do the live stream on Sunday. So I will appreciate if you guys are here for the live stream. I don't have an exact time that I'm going to do the live stream because I do not normally come online around this time. Where I'm located, it's like 2:19 a.m. right now. I don't normally come at this time. But I felt like coming to do this live stream because I just wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about the zodiac itself and then do the live stream for the readings, do the live stream for like the tarot reading. Either I'm going to do like 2 or 3 decks, depending on, what I feel like doing. If I'm not able to come on Sunday, then I definitely will do the live stream on Monday. So any Virgos listening to me right now, or the Virgos that are going to be watching me in my live stream playlist, tune in for the live stream. If you don't catch it, then you can watch it like on the playback. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, follow me. I do offer personal readings. The link is in my bio. There's also another link for anybody that wants to donate to my channel. And this is actually the first time I do this. It's the first time that I come on the live stream and, talk like this. I usually just come on YouTube and, do my readings and that's it. I don't really sit here and talk. I plan to do like a podcast thing come January, but for now I figure, you know what? I want to talk about Virgo and astrology and Virgo and tarot, just to give information to the Virgos for them to know more about their zodiac if they didn't know. And for anybody that's like dealing with a Virgo, interested in a Virgo, cross-watching a Virgo, they could come learn a little something. All right, Kenneth, you said it's interesting 80% of readers hate Virgos. Really? never heard nobody say that about readers not liking Virgos. That's interesting. I used to follow like a lot of readers, but most of like I cut down majority of the readers that I was watching. Um because like once you start watching different readers, then you get to see like which one you connect with, which one, how you like their style, how they talk, how they present themselves on camera. I cut out most of them. um I will say that me as a reader, because I've been a reader for about a year online. There are certain zodiacs that tend to me more than others. And for me right now, how I'm doing with my channel, I'm going to say that the earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the water signs, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Those zodiacs are the ones that are really like more attentive to my live streams. They leave me comments, they, press the like button. Those are the ones I'm getting like most attention from. Those are the ones that are like really interacting with me right now. Some readers, some readers are lucky to have all 12 zodiacs, do this. I'm not one of them right now. I would love for all 12 zodiacs to be like that with me, but that's not the case. I don't know, maybe later on it'll change. So, I appreciate all the everything, actually. Everything that each of the earth signs and the water signs have done when it comes to my channel. You have a distaste for Aquarius? I'm an Aquarius moon and a Gemini sun. That's funny that you said that. Well, it's okay because, I used to hate Virgos, so it's okay. I understand. We all have our problems with the zodiac sometimes. It's okay. Like I had a major problem with Virgo. Like major problem with Virgo. And now I'm sitting here at 2:25 in the morning talking about Virgo. Cuz I never thought I would be doing that. I never thought I would be here to saying all these things about Virgo, how much I disliked and despised that sign. But once you start learning things, you really get to see, the wonderful qualities the Virgo has, and you get to understand the shadow side. Each zodiac, like I said, we have a good side, we have a bad side, and you get to understand it once you study. This is why I have a problem with people that like to run their mouth about nothing that they know of. Like, I don't like hearing people running their mouth talking about things that they don't know about when it comes to astrology, when it comes to tarot, when it comes to anything, actually. It's really good to like educate yourself. And I did that. Like, I educated myself when it came to astrology. I started to like astrology when I was like a teenager, but it was just like horoscope stuff in the newspaper, like that my parents like would tell me, but it wasn't until I actually got to do the readings for the zodiac when I really started to like see like, okay, I gotta study this. Like I gotta see, what is the qualities of each sign. Yeah, you gotta learn to love to you gotta learn to love to hate. Yeah, that's funny, Kenneth. That's funny that you said that. Now, when I was studying about the zodiacs, I basically like, did general study. I'm not an astrologer. I learned the basics of each zodiac because I wanted to connect that with my readings, so that I can sit here and tell you guys everything I told you. For me, I don't know about the other readers on YouTube, and I'm not going to criticize what readers do on YouTube because, to be honest with you, I don't care. I don't care what any reader or any astrologer does on YouTube. I only care about what I do and how I present myself and how I talk and my audience. That's all I care about. That's all that matters to me. So, speaking for myself, it was important to learn some information when it came to the zodiacs to connect that with the tarot readings, to understand the zodiac itself. Now, I'm not an expert. I do want to, and I don't know when I'm going to do this, but probably could be something come next year I could do. Because I have other plans for the next coming months that I want to do. So, like, I would like to take, like, an actual astrology class so that I can, like, learn more to be able to do, like, a birth chart, which is basically doing a birth chart for someone, just like I will come in here and do a reading. And it will be for the three main things, which will be like your sun sign. What does that mean for you? What does your moon sign mean for you? What does your rising mean for you? Like those three. I would like to like eventually learn so I can do that for people just like I come in here and do the zodiac readings, just like I'm available to do the personal readings. That's basically what I want to do later on. Not to become like an astrologer or anything, because doing the whole birth chart itself, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I tried to learn on my own and I wasn't able to. I'm like, no, I can't do this by myself. I need help. So that's an intention that I have come next year. Yeah, Virgos, everything is in your gut. Yeah, you have Virgos do have good discernment. Virgos, they have good intuition. They have like great critical thinking skills. Like great critical thinking. So they could see things outside the box. They're very observant. Very observant. It's not a quality that Geminis have. As a Gemini, I will say that. Like, I don't really feel like Geminis are very like detail oriented like Virgos. And I even experienced that like in my own relationships with Virgos. I experienced that in my own relationship with Virgos because I would look at stuff and be like, well, how did you come up with that? Or like, how did you see that? Like, or how are you even thinking like this? Like what goes on in your head? What goes on in your head? And it's and when you look at these things is when you can really appreciate like the zodiac itself. You can really appreciate that a lot. When you deal with a healthy Virgo, a healed Virgo, it's wonderful. It's wonderful things that you can see with this zodiac itself. When you deal with a Virgo that has a shadow side, which is what happened to me, the Virgos I dealt with, they were all shadow side Virgos. That's when everything came about with like me despising the sign and me being, oh, Virgos are this, Virgos are that. Virgo thinks that they perfect about everything. Like, who the F does Virgo think they are? Like, y'all ain't perfect. Y'all not God. What you think this is? That's how I used to think. But, like, I don't think that way no more. I come to learn things. Your sister and your best friend are Gemini, and my ex-baby mama is scattered every... You're bad. Wait, so your baby mama was a Gemini? Wait, your sister, your best friend, and your Gemini? No, your sister, your best friend, your baby mama is all Geminis. All three of them are Geminis? Like a boxer. So all three of them are Geminis? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Your best friend, your sister, and you had a child. Oh, she passed away this year? Oh, really? Oh, wow. She hate me to listen to you. You're listening to me? Okay. Hmm. So how long you're making me think of this friendship that I used to have with this Virgo when I first started live streaming. So the first app I started live streaming was called Vigo Live. I don't know if you ever heard of that. I was there for like only a couple of months because that app was like it didn't do nothing for me. It was just like a bunch of drama and people acting stupid. So I was there for a couple of months and I left. But when I was there, I ended up making a friend. He will always be on the live stream. Oh, okay. So there's this app called Bigo Live. Um, you could live stream there. There's a lot of crap in that app. That's why I left because like I felt like I wasn't able to have conversations with people, at all. A lot of people just coming in to want to argue and other stuff. So I left. But when I was there, I made a friend. He was a Virgo. His best friend was a Gemini. He had a best friend for like 8 years that was a Gemini. And when I left the app, he was like we were talking a little bit with the Snapchat. Hi, good morning, Bernadette. Many blessings. Thank you so much. Blessing to you too. It's 2:36 in the morning where I'm at right now. I don't know where you guys are located. Because I know sometimes I have people come on my live stream that are not even in the USA. That's why I say that. And that guy, you're a Capricorn? Oh, okay. All right. Well, nice to meet you. This is like a podcast, I guess, for Virgo. But Capricorn's the earth sign too. Yeah, Kenneth, are you leaving? Oh, same time? Okay. Are you in the USA? You're in Israel. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting. Yeah, sometimes I have people coming here that are not in the USA. So this is why I always like Like sometimes, you know, I ask. Just the first time here? Okay. Well, welcome to my live stream. My name is Anna. Nice to meet you. You're in South Carolina? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Thank you, thank you. What are you doing up at this time, Kenneth? Unfortunately. Nice to meet you, Bernadette. What do you say, unfortunately? Hermit mode? Hermit mode. That's funny. Well, you are the hermit. I did say that. Virgo's the hermit. It's 9:38 in the morning. Oh, okay, Bernadette. It's 2:38 in the morning where I'm at. Last year, during the summertime, I live streamed the entire summer last year. And this is all I did. Like, I would just talk to people, and that's it. Because I didn't start the zodiacs until September. You're from New York? You're from New York, Kenneth? I should have known. You have a friend that's a Virgo? Okay. What part of New York? I don't know why I always end up connecting with people from New York. My mom used to tell me you have a magnet for people from New York. Like, how do you end up talking to people from New York at the time? I was like, I don't know. Oh, you're from Brooklyn. Oh, okay. Brownsville. I've been to Brooklyn, New York, but I don't think I've been to Brownsville specifically, but I've been to Brooklyn, New York. Tell you about what, Bernadette? Were you born and raised in Brooklyn, Kenneth? Or you were born in the Bahamas? Oh, so you're Caribbean, like Rihanna? Wasn't she born in the Bahamas? Oh no, she's in Barbados. Your relationship with your Virgo man? I will have to do a personal reading to see the relationship with your Virgo man. And I'm not doing any readings tonight. I have a link in my bio, so you will have to go there and make an appointment. I'm just talking. I'm not doing cards tonight. The Bahamas. How is it over there? You're welcome, Bernadette. There's a link in my bio. And like when you press the link, it's gonna show you the type of readings that I do, and it's gonna show you what I charge because the personal readings are not free. The zodiac readings that I do are free, but not the personal readings. Gully? Okay. I think I knew some. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did meet people from the Bahamas before. They're Caribbean people. They were nice. You're welcome, Bernadette. think I met somebody from. No, it was I think Barbados. I think it was somebody from Barbados I met like years ago. But the Korean, like I worked with Korean people before. They were very nice. I used to work with a lot of Korean people actually. When I worked in a nursing home, I worked with a bunch of them. They were funny though. I'm in New Jersey. I can't remember the last time that I had a chat like this with someone. And I never expected to even talking to nobody this time. Because, you know, people are sleeping at this time. They gotta work in the morning. Yeah, I'm neighbor of New York. I'm New York's neighbor. This is why I want to. No, I never traveled to Israel, honey. Have you ever come to the USA? This is why I wanted to do a. This is why, like, I have plans to do a podcast. Come January. Oh, okay. Come January, I want to do a podcast because I actually feel like that would be a good thing to add to what I already have going on. My lingo? What does that mean, my lingo? My lingo, the way I talk? I talk very proper here, okay? Like I know how New Yorkers talk. I just, you know, like I always talk here very proper and respectful because, you know, I want to make a good impression on anybody coming to my channel. But I do not talk like this personally. Personally is I talk different. You lived in the USA for over 12 years. Love to move back home to the USA. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. When I was just coming on the live stream to talk to people last summer, I I loved it. You know, like I loved talking to people when I was like, you know, like I said, I live streamed whole July and August last summer, and then September I started doing the zodiacs. Like you stress after you stress something to say after I got married. Oh, okay. After you got married, okay. Talk you stress something you say. Stress something. Can you write that again? Because I didn't understand what you wrote. So you went to Israel after you got married. That's interesting. Do you have a family now, Bernadette? Is that why you decided to stay over there? Your husband passed away February. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. You stress sorting things you say. I'm stressed sorting things to say. Is that what you said? Well, I hope you could come back to the USA. If that's, seems like that's what you want to do, Bernadette. Letters. I feel like you're typing like you're talking, Kenneth. So I don't really get what you're trying to say. I feel like I'm on the iPhone and you're just typing like the sentences are not coming out all together. I had a friend, well, he's not really my friend, but like he's a supporter of mine on Snapchat. He was telling me like, oh, you should start the podcast this year, and I was like, I don't know. You stress sort of words. That's how I knew. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's how you knew. Okay, I got what you're saying. I understand you now. So it's like I don't. I'm more heading towards January because I really want to continue the focus I have with this channel, but I don't know, maybe. I gotta see what I do. And go for it. But see, the thing is, like, I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love talking about the zodiacs. I love talking about astrology. I love talking about tarot. Everything I just said about Virgo. I like that. But I can't really do that when I come here and like when I come here when I do live streamings. When I do the live streams and I do the readings, I don't really talk except about the reading. Like I don't do what I'm doing now because I feel like for me it takes away from like what I'm doing. Me paying attention. So this is why I'm like, yeah, I want a podcast so I can just talk and not have to do any cards. That's my higher self. Could be. I did tell that to my best friend. I was like, I want to have a podcast. I want to have a podcast one day besides my tarot channel. I was like, I want to get a studio one day. One day I want to go to a studio. I actually had opportunity. I met somebody out of state that has a studio. Well, it wasn't his studio. It was like a studio that like you rent studio time, and he will go there and film his podcast. He has a YouTube channel. He has several YouTube channels actually, and he invited me to like, you know, to go over there as a guest. But because it was someone new, excuse me, because it was someone new, you know, I was like, I don't know if I should go out of state and trust it. I'm like, I'd rather just do my own podcast in my own home, and then, I'll pay for the studio time to record an actual studio. I'd just rather do everything by myself. Hello, Jazzy, Virgo rising. Okay. Virgo season starts on Sunday, so I just came on here tonight to talk about Virgo itself, the zodiac, and Virgo in tarot. You will have to like watch the playback after I'm done with the live stream for you to hear like everything I said, because right now I'm just chit chatting. What did you say? False evidence app? Kenneth? I'm gonna do Virgo season starts on Sunday, Jazzy. I'm gonna do a live stream either Sunday or Monday. So have your notifications on. I hope you can subscribe to me and tune into that. Otherwise, watch it on the playlist, Extremely Playbacks. Start it yourself. Yeah, I am. Oh, you give. Oh, that's the app. False evidence. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on here. You know, like I'm just like YouTube lets you create multiple channels, so I'm gonna do it on YouTube. I'm not using YouTube to live stream right now. I'm using this other app called Prince Live, Prince Live Studio, whatever. I'll think about it. I just gotta see how I'm gonna do with my schedule. You know, like because I gotta do content for the tarot channel, which is this channel, and then I gotta do content for like the podcast, you know. And the podcast is really gonna be like whatever I want to do, you know. Like I'm gonna talk about astrology, I'm gonna talk about tarot, I'm gonna talk about um my journey, my spiritual journey since I started 2 years ago. I'm gonna talk about things in my personal life. I'm gonna talk about like a little bit of everything. You know how people say like, "Oh, I want to write a book to tell my story." You know, these authors, they put out books and stuff. So this is like my book, you know. This is like me saying like this is my story, but it's not in a book. Start small, 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I could probably do that. Build it in the way they will come. If you build it, they will come. It reminds me of this movie I saw. Well, I plan to put an announcement on here and, you know, introduce my other channel and hope that my viewers here will watch me over there. And if they don't, then, you know, that's okay. Like, you know, I'll build like different viewers in that channel. And then, you know, I'll see how that goes. How that goes for me. Yeah, people things talk. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I know. I know. I know what you mean. That's another thing I thought about too. I thought about that. I started thinking like, you know what, you know, we do have freedom of speech here in the USA. So you're able to talk about whatever. Certain things, you know, you gotta like be careful because there are guidelines to YouTube, even other apps. You know, like I have TikTok, I have Snapchat, I have other apps I use besides YouTube. But it's like, you know, there's people on TikTok just making videos talking. There's people on TikTok making videos dancing, you know. There's people on TikTok that be on TikTok all day just asking for money. So I'm like, you know what? It's not such a bad idea if I want to do that too. Don't know you, but for good content, okay. Yeah, I feel like I could. I feel like I could. You're not a F TikTok, etc. Oh, okay. I have TikTok, but I don't do readings on TikTok. Um, when it comes to TikTok, I've seen a lot of people look at tarot readers negatively, so I don't do readings on there. And then with the TikTok, like, you gotta do things with gifts, like there's people that are giving readings and then like they give you a gift, like they'll like, and the gift is like a couple of cents, it's not even $1. So I'm like, that doesn't work for me. Like, I spend energy, I spend time, I study what I know. So I'm not gonna put like my energy in that answering questions for like a couple of cents. I'm not doing that. I gave a lot of free readings when I first started. And this is why I charge now. Just like you will go somewhere for a service, this is a service too. So like I don't even bother doing anything on TikTok with live streams and getting gifts and all that stuff. I'm like, no, that's okay. I do post on there, but I post clips. Like I don't go on the live stream like this, talk to anybody. I have people that told me like, oh, you can go on TikTok, you build faster than YouTube, but like it's not. It's just not my crowd. And then another thing, like it's a long story with TikTok. It's a long story with TikTok. Yeah, they're toxic. Some of them are toxic. They're half naked. Yeah, I know. A lot of people got to show ass and tits to get attention. I hope I don't get banned for that on YouTube. How much for a reading? It depends, Jazzy. There's a link in my bio. So you press that link and then it will show you. It'll show you like the prices that I charged. And there's also like another link there, like, for anybody that wants to donate to my channel. Like, I put the link there for my readings so people can click on it and see what kind of readings I do. I'm planning to do my own website before the end of the year is done. And I put the link to anybody that wants to donate to my channel, but I'm not gonna sit here and ask people for money like they do on TikTok. Like I'm not about that. Just panhandling all day. And that's what they do on TikTok. Just sit there all day doing that. Oh really? You're hearing that, Jazzy? Oh, okay. Well, the thing with YouTube is, you have longevity with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube, like, there's people on YouTube that aren't, they have a channel, like they know, they no longer have the channel, but they have the stuff there. Like, for example, like, if I decided to shut down this channel, right? And I just go 100% focus on my podcast channel. Anybody can still Google my channel and see that I'm a reader and see that, I did about the zodiacs and see everything I done. So it's like evidence that I have to back me up about what I'm talking about in my podcast channel. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I like it. With TikTok, there was a problem before with TikTok that it was shut down and then Trump did something to bring it back up. So I kind of feel like with TikTok, it's not a permanent thing. YouTube has been around for a while now. And it stores your channel. Even if you're not active, it stores your channel. Unless you delete it yourself. Did you know 2 of only make figures 98 make 2, 3 parts a month? Oh no, I did not know that. You're a Sun, Sagittarius, Gemini, Moon, Virgo, Scorpio. Oh, okay. Oh, I like the fact that you know your placements. The moon is actually in Scorpio right now. And today's the last day, actually. Yeah, because today is the moon. The moon went into Scorpio on Monday, and today's the last day. And then Saturday, the moon is going to Sagittarius, and then Sunday, we're starting Virgo season. So if you wanted to listen to like the water signs readings, I would suggest that for you because you do have Scorpio. I also did a reading on the moon in Scorpio. That was for the water signs. I did air signs readings. Like, there's a whole bunch of videos there on my live stream playlist that you could check out for all your placements. And, remember, these are all general. Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. Like, share, comment. Whatever you feel like doing. I love to interact with the people that listen to my content. That's another thing on TikTok. Like, I've gotten comments from people like argumentative about the reading, and I'm respectful, so I'm not gonna say like, "Hello, this is not a personal reading, so you cannot take it personal. This is a general reading." And I specifically say that in every video that I correct. So why are you commenting on something that is irrelevant? But I'm respectful, so I don't say that on TikTok. I just be like, okay, take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't. And I get comments, and sometimes I answer and sometimes I don't, because it's like, use your common sense. Okay? Use your common sense. If you're listening to a reader and what the reader is saying you don't relate to, then leave it alone. Leave it for the next person. There's a lot of Virgos in the USA. Don't take it personal. You want a personal reading, then talk to me. Don't go attacking my channel. And that's what happened on TikTok a little bit. So this is another thing too where I'm like, I don't really like that app too much. What signs vibe best with Virgo? Okay. So now Virgo is an earth sign, okay? So I'm going to say that earth signs are supposed to vibe better with water signs. Okay, hon. Well, I would suggest, Jazzy, that you look at I would suggest that you look at the videos that I have. And if you feel like my readings resonate with you, then you could book a reading. Instead of me telling you, like, book a reading now. Because that's what I do. Like, whenever I listen to a reader, because I do listen to readers on here that say stuff about Gemini, Aquarius, because I'm a Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon. Even though I'm a reader myself. So, like, I always make sure, like, I keep the readers that I resonate with, and then the ones I don't, I cut them out. I don't follow them anymore. But I do not do personal readings from anybody from here because I like my energy private. My father was a reader for a long time. My father was the only person that ever did a reading on me. Like, I never had nobody ever did a reading on me. And I would be more comfortable going to like a spiritual store and get a reading in person with the person like looking at me versus having one of the readers on here, because people are competitive on YouTube. So I don't want no reader on here knowing my business when it comes to me. This is why I won't have a reader read me on YouTube. I'd just rather go to like a spiritual store and get it done in person. And I haven't done that anyway, but if I decide to, if I need a reading, I just rather go find a store and do that. I don't want no YouTuber knowing my business. I don't sound like an Aquarius. Yeah, we are detached. Yes, we are. Aquarius and Cancer. Oh boy. She read your palm. I don't know how to read palms. That's interesting. I actually had like a conversation about this with my son's wife, and She talked about the palm reading, and I told her, I said, I want to study how to do that because that's interesting. I'm like, but there's a lifeline. There's a line in your palm that's up somebody's palm, and I see they're not gonna have a long life. Like, what do I say? Like, I don't want to talk about that. Aquarius very secret like Scorpio. No, we're not. We're not very secret. Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they are. Okay, so when it comes to Aquarius, I'm gonna say this. It is true. Aquarius, is it? Aquarius can be seen as detached. Now, the tarot card for Aquarius is the Star card, and the Star card is about healing. That's all healing, nurturing energy. Aquarius has the ability to heal itself and heal others. It's just different than Virgo. You was with one for 9 years. What other zodiacs did you be with? Gemini, Aquarius, and what else? I'm gonna put out a notepad for you. Oh, you ended up marrying a guy with 3 kids. Oh wow. Aquarius, she was straight. You know what? Next time I come to do a podcast, I'm gonna talk about Aquarius and I'm gonna defend Aquarius. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna defend Aquarius right now. You love Pisces? It says Pisces or Pisces? Your first boyfriend was a Leo. Your second was a Cancer. Oh boy. We're actually in Leo season right now. Actually, the last day of Leo season on Saturday, and then comes Virgo. Was in Aries. I never had a relationship with an Aries. I don't. How was that like? I have I have two sons that are Aries, but it's different. Your child versus a relationship with someone. We are divorced. All right, then I guess that didn't go so good. They lose interest quick. Really? Um. Hmm. 20 years. That's a long time, though. What do you mean, like lose interest in love, or like generally? Because Aries is like Leo. They're very, it's very fiery energy. Fire. When fire comes, it comes quick in love, and as quick as it comes, it will go like that. Cheaters. Yeah, you guys are funny. Oh man. Aries are cheaters. Once right comes. Yep. Those fire signs, boy. I'm not gonna bash them because I don't like to bash nobody. So anybody that's listening that is gonna be watching this, I'm not bashing nobody. My best friend is a Leo. My best friend is a Leo. And because of him, I learned the positive side of Leo. And because of him, I learned the positive side of Virgo because he's a Virgo moon. My friend, and this is a Virgo this is a Virgo trait that you guys have, Virgos have. Like my friend, how do I say this? Like he was tough on me when it came to like everything I'm doing. You know, like Virgo doesn't give you much sympathy. Virgo is like, all right, you know what you gotta do. Take care of it. What's next? And I would like, talk to my friend and be like, well, damn. Like, can I even cry about this? So be like, all right, so what you gonna do? So what's next? I'm like, okay. Well, thanks for the sympathy and the empathy, sir. He kind of reminded me of that movie. I don't know if you guys seen like that movie. What is this movie called with Pfeiffer and the rapper Cameron is like playing his friend, and he got shot. I think his name was Bobby or Vicky or something. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I remember comparing my friend to that. I was like, pay in full. There you go. You know what I'm talking about? Like Cameron, when he's sitting there with his chips and he's talking about like, I'm not going to say the M word, but he's like, get shot every day. And he's there sitting eating his chips. Yeah, that's my best friend right there. And I used to be like, you know what? His name is Rico, I think. Rico. I'm like, you just like Rico. He's like, why you say that? I'm like, because this is what you do. I'm like, this is what you do. Like, I'm sitting there, like, feeling some type of way. And you're sitting there eating your chips, talking about, like, like, okay, like, what's next? Like, what? I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's the Virgo. I told him, I said, that's the Virgo moon. That's your Virgo moon. A lot of the stuff that I told my friend, like, to like do for me, he will be like, no, you gotta do yourself. You gotta do yourself. You gotta learn yourself. I'm like, but why can't you? No, you gotta do yourself. It's like I felt like I was like drowning in a pool of water, and he was just sitting there like eating his chips. That's how I felt. That's how I felt like. And I'm like, help, help, help. Yeah. But see, this is why I say Virgo can be helpful. Virgo can be helpful because they push you. Like he pushed me so bad. Oh my goodness. I was just like, man, listen, are you my best friend or are you my enemy? Like, which one are you? You're in hermit mode. That's another thing I learned from Virgos too. Like, I had to learn what it is to be in hermit mode. And, man, listen, when you got to sit there with your feelings, oh man. Eh, it's not easy, man. That's one thing that I learned. When I started my journey 2 years ago, that's one thing that I learned. Like, I learned to sit within myself, take the hermit mode, learn to take accountability for stuff, learn to say, you know what, this and that happened because of me. That and that happened because of me. Like learning to stop playing the victim. I learned that. All the readers like to go out, have fun with your friends. I guess there is. Oh, I don't. go out with nobody. Like I've been a hermit mode for like a year. Like you know how they say like, oh, pay like mind the business that pays you. Like that's what I'm on right now. Like mind the business that pays me. If it's not if it's not something that's that's like worth my time, like that's it. Oh, you got a reading where a reader told you have fun with your friends. Go out and have fun with your friends. Oh, I don't think I ever said that. Like I said, like be. I've given advice before, and say like, be sociable, be around with people that love you, care about you. Don't waste your time with like people that are not worth your energy. But I don't really say like, oh, go out and have fun, and like I don't. I don't really say that. Some people need to be by themselves. They need to like do things and like look within themselves. Like I'm a Gemini, and they say, oh, Geminis are social butterflies. Geminis, the life of the party. They love to go out. They, talk to everybody, and wings spread. And like, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those Geminis. I'm not like that. Like, I can sit here, and talk like I'm talking right now to you guys, and I can talk in my readings, because I'm trying to make a connection with my audience. But when I'm not online, I'm not here like social butterfly and like trying to make friends with everybody. Like, no, I don't do that. I'm not one of those Geminis. Unless I really like you, then I'm like, okay, you're going to see that. But other than that, is like, no. Love isn't for you. So, what do you feel like love is not for you? Let me tell you. If you look at my channel, you're going to see that my channel is not built on like all these love readings. And there's a reason why I do it like that. You're 56, heard 3 times, and it's over it. Okay, I understand that. I get it. I'm 43. People don't think I'm 43, but I'm 43, so I get it. When I do a love reading on someone, or when I do come on here and do love readings, which I don't really have too much love content anyway, but whenever I do that, I don't have no problem. Like I could do the love reading on the zodiac, the love reading personal, but like when I do like my own readings for love, I want to throw my cards outside the window. And this is, you know what? This is the part where I'm going to say that my Virgo friend did a good thing for me, because he said you got to separate your personal life with what you do in your work. I learned that from him when it comes to astrology, when it comes to readings and all of that. You love your job? Yeah, it's hard, man. And like This is why I have readers that I listen to online. Like, there are some readers on here that they're very good when it comes to love readings, you know. Some of them I listen to them and I just I'm like, you know what? This reader is good. I like what she's saying. She's feeding into my delulu. She's feeding into something that I know is not going to happen, but just hearing it, you know, it kind of takes your brain to la la land. Because when I do my own readings, it's a different story. Let me tell you. And I'm not in a position to give lessons to people when it comes to like doing tarot. I don't even know if I'm ever going to give lessons to people to read cards, because the way I learned was like it was very like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like boom boom boom. Like I don't have a way to like tell people like, "Oh, you got to read this or you got to watch that." Like I learned with the help of my friend. I learned studying myself. I learned, you know, just a whole lot of shit that I threw in a pot and just mix it together. So it's hard for me to like structure that to show somebody. Yes, I'm Latina. Yes, I'm Latina, Andres. You had a better reader from astrologer? Okay. Yeah, astrologers are very good at that. Like I was telling Kenneth, like I want to like actual take an astrology class so I can learn how to do like people's birth charts. Love yourself for Jazzy, no just makeup, nails and shit. Why do you say that, Kenneth? You don't like makeups and nails? You got a problem with that? Anastasia has a class. She's on YouTube. Hmm. Yeah, they got some readers that do classes. I'm not one. I don't know. Like I don't. The way I learned, it's. I don't really feel like I'm good to like teach that to people. For astrology, okay. Love comes with it. You know I'm beautiful, but it can. There's a lot of videos on me there if you want to look at me undressed. For astrology, yeah, I'm gonna look for astrology. I'm definitely gonna do that because I want to learn. I was actually looking on YouTube. Like when I first started everything, like I was looking on YouTube, like trying to get lessons, like tarot lessons, and everything I saw was like so expensive. Like they were giving classes for like $300, like $400, and I was just like, oh hell no! I just learn myself. Fuck that. And that's what I did. So whenever I had a problem with something, like I would ask my best friend, like for example, when you are love, you attract love. Is that how you feel? Well, I feel I'm an empress. You know what an empress is? Empress attracts. Empress is abundance. Empress is fertility. Empress is everything of the divine feminine. So what is not meant for me is not meant for me. And I believe self love is the first love. Actually, like have well, yeah, I have a jar, a self love jar that I did. That's something I want to do too. Like I want to do more jars so that I can like sell them. That's within, yeah. Yeah, it's within. You're right. Because once you learn that, you're not gonna deal with with people people shit. You're not gonna deal with that. You're not gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna tolerate very little. One thing that somebody does, you're gonna be like, all right, that's it. Like I don't, like I'm done talking to you. I'm done seeing you. Like I don't. That's one thing I learned from my journey. What you look like. Kenna wants to know what you look like. What kind of you flirting? You flirting on my channel? Oh shit, this thing. This iPad. That's another thing I don't like with this app. The iPad like takes so much battery. I got like a couple of 5 more minutes and then I gotta go. Live in Pittsburgh. I don't know how Jazzy loves Italian dark hair. So you wanna see her? No. He said no, I'm not flirting. I posted this video on Snapchat and I had this guy this guy this guy was like, "Can you help me find a wife?" And I'm like, this is not a dating site. I can't help you find a wife. I'm like, I could give you a reading, but I'm not like 90 days fiance. He's like, well, can you help me find somebody? I was like, no, I can't help you find nobody. I'm like, I could give you a reading, but I'm not a love guru. Like, you gotta go to the wrong channel for that. He was a total creep. Never again. What dating app do you use? That's another thing with these. Oh man. I'm not looking for love. Boo. So what are you looking for, Kenneth? You want some money? My voice is awesome. Thank you, Andres. Oh, it was someone that you went on a pizza place. Oh, okay. You're healing? Aw. You're healing too. Aw. Just kumbaya each other. What are you guys healing from? You're heartbroken? From a previous relationship? Is that what you mean? Your wife divorced you last year. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's gotta be tough. I've never been married, but I understand what you're saying. Played in your face. I'm sorry to hear that. That damn Gemini. Oh, she was an Aquarius. Oh, I thought she was Gemini. Oh, the Aquarius. Oh well, I still feel guilty because I'm on Aquarius moon. She gave us a bad rap. Gemini was your baby mama. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. I thought it was the same person. I'm sorry. Humans, 5 letters. Women, love 5 men, or 2 letters in the word human. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard. That's a whole different it's a whole different thing, to be dealing, like to be healing and recovering from like a divorce and stuff. When I do like when I do a zodiac reading on love or even a personal reading, like cuz I'm an intuitive reader, so I feel that shit in the cards. So like I give the advice of what I see, and I do throw a little something there also for my own take. And that's it. Like that's all, like that's as good as it gets with me. But if you're having like a personal conversation with me, asking me like love stuff, yeah, I'm not the one for that. I'm not the one for that. I'm like, you know what? Let's do a reading. What you want to see? Okay, this is what's coming on your cards. All right, let's take a look at here. But like, personally, like, no. I'm not one for that to have personal talks with. Readings, yes, it's different. Personal talks with, no. They got people on YouTube giving advice about love and relationships and marriages and all that stuff. I'm not one of them. You got lookers, but you're not interested. Okay, I see. To go to New Orleans. Take you on vacation. All right. By a Leo. He said, I got lookers, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's what's up. Look at Kenneth. Like, nah, I'm good. Kenneth is like, no, I'm good. Customers, Libra. What do I think? Okay, what did you say? Let me see what you wrote in the chat. What did you say about Libra? What do I think about Libras? You work in a casino. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Libra. Oh, boy. Okay. Libra's a very I'm going to take off my hair clip because it's hurting my head. Libra is a very interesting zodiac. That would be for another podcast. That would be for Libra season. Actually, Libra season starts in October. So when Libra season comes, I will come on here and do another podcast. Okay, guys? Because I can only speak about Libra when it comes to like my personal experiences with Libra. But I don't just want to talk about Libra and my personal experience. I also want to talk about Libra as a zodiac and also Libra and the tarot card. So when Libra season hits after Virgo, because Libra comes after you guys, I will come on here, do a podcast, and talk about everything about Libra, just like I did for you guys. Because right now, I would, like I gotta, excuse me, I gotta make my notes. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta make my notes and what I want to say regarding Libra. I didn't focus on that tonight. I wanted to, come on here, give my notes on Virgo. Yeah, Libras are balanced. They're the scale. Lots of lovers, great liars, great. Kenneth, you're a trip. Kenneth got something to say about everybody. Libras are liars. Aquarius detached. Gemini, Aries are cheaters. What else you say? Kenneth, you should come and do an episode with me, so that when I say what are the negative traits of this zodiac, Kenneth could come on here and be like, "Oh, they're this, and that." You're a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is actually the twin sister of Gemini. There's a story behind that. Like I'm telling you guys, I could sit here and talk till the sun comes out, but my iPad is low tonight. Data liar. She will be mad at me. Still demand. Kenneth, what kind of love? What kind of love cycle you have? You need a cleansing. You need a candle, sir. Half man, yeah, it's the half man, half horse. Yeah, with the arrow. I have a good friend on Snapchat that he's a Sagittarius. Wow. Lay down, lay down. Sorry. Yeah, Sagittarius, half man, half horse. Sag. See, there goes Kenneth talking about Kenneth. I can't with you. Like this is the first time I see you on my live stream, and you're bashing all the zodiacs. I'm glad it's you and not me. So then they're not, they can't tell me nothing on my comments because I didn't bash nobody. Kenneth, you ever thought about doing a YouTube channel? They will love you on here. They will love you on here to talk about the zodiacs. Kenneth got the tea on everybody. See, there you go. Dated a Sag for 4 months. She left and tried to come back last November after going back to her. Kenneth, you need a cleansing. You need a cleansing. You need to go to the Botanica and get something like. You got all these zodiacs that did you dirty. Like, what's going on with you? I need to do a reading on Kenneth. Like, what's the tea? I gotta do a reading on you. I don't even do free readings, but I'm like, I might just do like a 10-minute reading on Kenneth because I'm like, what's going on with all these zodiacs doing Kenneth so dirty? Like, this guy got a problem with half of the zodiacs in the astrology wheel. Astrologer told me he was coming back. Your ex? Oh, okay. Your best relationship was a Pisces? Oh, okay. The sister sign? Oh, yeah, there's a sister sign. You're right. I've never had a relationship with a Pisces. Like, my mom is a Pisces, but like, I never like had a relationship with a Pisces. So like, I don't know, you know, how they are in a relationship. Where are my ancestors from? My ancestors were the Incas. I was born in South America. So my ancestors were from the Incas Empire, all the way in Peru. That was overtaken by the Spaniards. Crazy, they love hard when they leave, they never come back. Okay. I heard Pisces is like the Lulu when it comes to love. Like they're very like how to like they're very like imaginative, you know, like they build like stories in their head. Like very dreamy when it comes to love. You know, I don't know because I never dated a Pisces, so I wouldn't know. But that's what I heard through the grapevine. And also, you know, like what I know from Pisces as a zodiac. Yeah, they're very intuitive. I think all the water signs are intuitive. I think out of all three of them, I would say Pisces and Scorpio is intuitive. Your sun is your first. Oh, your Jima's the first love. Okay. Um. Okay. Is Sal still here? Because he asked me about my ancestors. Majima, my son, my first love. Oh, okay. My mom is a Pisces. And yeah, that's about it. I don't never had a relationship with a Pisces. I never even like have friends that were Pisces. Like there's just my mom. Anything I know about personal relationship with a Pisces is just from like the experience of my mom. That's it. And Tarot Pisces is the high priestess, which is actually like her right here. You see this card right here? This card is the high priestess card that belongs to Pisces. And Kenneth, the other card here, is called the magician card. And this is the other tarot card that belongs to Virgo, that shares with Gemini, because we both have Mercury. And that, you know, that, and the high priestess, you know, she's very intuitive. She's the story with her. Scorpio and Libra, it was your experience. I have personal experience with Scorpio men, never with the Libra men. We're on Scorpio moon right now, actually, because I said that before. We're on Scorpio moon up until today. Then Saturday, we move into Sagittarius. I forgot Friday will be on. Like, I have to, like, Google it to see Friday where the moon is at. Scorpio? No, that's not true. Nuh-uh. You think. That's a general statement when it comes to Scorpio. Because Scorpio rules the sexual organs, but not all Scorpios are like this. It depends on the Scorpio. It depends what kind of Scorpio you're dealing with. I think Leo rules the heart. Yeah, Leo rules the heart. I think Pisces is the legs or something, and Gemini is the brain. There's a part that rules for each sign. I will have to catch up with my best friend about this like tomorrow, because he did teach me that, and I forgot. I forgot because I don't talk about this when I do my readings. But there is like an organ for each zodiac sign. Who is the most sexual? They say Scorpio is the most sexual. That's what it says in astrology. I cannot tell you who I think is the most sexual because I did not experience that with all 12 zodiacs. So the day that I have each zodiac on my list, then I'll get back to you, Kenneth. I can't answer that right now. Because, you got to try them all. Like, you got to try, like, all 12 of them. And then you'll be like, all right, well, this is the most hardworking, the most, the day I do that, I will come and have a chat with Kenneth. I do not have an answer for you right now. But according to astrology, yes, they do say that about Scorpio.